Today, we are going to see the work from communicating English through subjects. It titled as Sorrows of Childhood by Charles Chaplin. We all know that Chaplin's full name Sir Charles Spencer Chaplin was a British legendary actor, comedian, filmmaker, and composer, and is widely regarded as one of the greatest figures in the history of cinema. His contribution to literary works are My Trip Abroad, Accommodates is the World, My Autobiography, My Life in Beaches. Now, let's see the summary of the story. One day, Chaplin and his little brother Sidney were playing on the ground. Suddenly, they got a call from two nurses. They told that their mother has lost sanity. Now she is admitted in the mental asylum. Initially, both boys didn't react the way usually the children will do. They played the game. After that, they grieved for their mother. After a few days, their life was in now so shattered. They didn't really get the love, affection, and comfort from their mother. But finally, they got a letter from higher officials to state that they are going to live their life with their father through the estate, and his father is living in Connington Road. Both boys expressed their joy to live their life with their father because so far in their life they didn't have a good time to spend with them. So the Connington Road was always one of the special road in their mind. They went there with a lot of dreams, hopes, and aspirations, and to feel that now they are going to live their life with their father. But they got one idea that his father is also living with another lady. But they forgot about all the pictures. In their mind, they thought that the connected road is full of happiness. They went there with excitement. But surprisingly, it's a stage we also need to remember about a few pieces of information the chaplain threw it somewhere else. That is in the connecting road. When his mother was here, at the time she took them, the boys outside. One day they saw their father was walking in the garden and he asked them, that is the two babies, and he's asked the children name. But Chaplin knew the situation. But even then, the fury inside, he told his name is Chaplin. So such a level is a life with father was so narrow, was short. So now he wanted to utilize the period to spend his great time with his father to know him better. The moment he went, the moment he welcomed, he understood that his arrival, their arrival, Sydney and Charlotte arrival, did not really give any enthusiasm to the lady called Louise. And it took some time to describe her whole character, her whole appearance. She was pretty good. Her appearance, while she was so attractive, but when he paid close attention to her face, he understood that her face remained so dull, gloomy, and somewhat sad. In addition to that, even the whole home looked the same. The wallpaper looked sad and dull. The painting in the whole home looks sad and dull. He couldn't understand what his life is going to be after. As he expected, His rough period started in the hand of Louise. She treated both boys very bad ever after, especially the second one, Sydney. He also used some kind of innocent language that also hurted her feeling. Let me precisely tell you what instead. One day, she drank, but she got some peculiar character as soon as she drank. When she drank, she came inside of Sydney's room and took back his pillow cover. It really hurted Sydney's character, Sydney's mental phenomena. So what he did, he actually took his skeleton and he started threatening her. If she came closer, he would kill her. In such a level, their conversation, their mental ability were turned on. But somehow, her, her gruesome behavior towards Chaplin was somewhat restricted. Then not because she loved the baby, but because her hatred towards Sydney was little higher than Chaplin. That's the reason he always ironed at the picture. But the whole move always brought a lot of depression, sadness. Though he was just 8 years old, his life in Connected Road was a bit lengthier because he didn't feel any happiness over there. Whenever he felt really depressed and discomfort, he always wandered in the market and the crying voice from the wanderer, the duck squawk in the market always give him a peace, sense of peacefulness. Now it's a time to understand as a relationship with his father. One fine day, after he returned back from school, he couldn't see Louise and her son. The desperation waited. Finally, he walked on the road that was in the middle of the road. And after a certain time, he got really tired, so he went back home. At the time, Louise was there, but her mind was so sad and she looked so drunk. And she threatened he shouldn't come inside. And he chased Chaplin to go out. That really infuriated Chaplin. So he walked on the road and complained this nature to his father. Not even asking any word, father came inside the home and started beat her. That was really hurted Chaplin feeling because though what he did was so unjustified one, because it's a kind of the manslaughter activity. Manly, he thought that's a manly activity. Chaplin thought that it was not something the characteristic of human being. So he was really stood against his father's ideology. Later on, he understood that the relationship between his father and his stepmother was so rude for a couple of days. They already had their familial bad chaotic relationship that was going on. Maybe that could be the reason Louis went desperately not to look after the family for a day. That really grew his anger, his father's anger against her. So expressed his anger through the beating. But after a couple of days, the family received a letter from the police. The two officials from the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to the Children came and they start to Louise about her responsibility to take care of the babies. And they also give warning if she didn't treat the babies well, she need, she need to, she actually need to go for some sort of a process that would really threaten her life. So it gave a kind of sleeplessness to Louis. But finally, with a sigh of relief, the family almost got another relief from the hospital to stay that their mother, Sydney's and Chaplin mother, somehow regained her mental sanity. Now she was about to get back from the hospital as they were expected. One fine day, his mother was waiting outside and they were eagerly waiting to hug her. And she was waiting at the gate, and both boy, Sydney and Chaplin, ran away from the home and hugged their mother and hugged the same smiling, sweet, affectionate mother. They all embraced us. But even after Chaplin, the 8-year-old, understood the Louis behavior and a rude behavior against the Vic because agreeable fact that Louis Louis was not a biological mom of the kid. That could be the possible reason for her hatred against the babies. So through this is how the story got concluded. But we all need to remember that Chaplin's the early childhood played a very important role in his mental capabilities and somewhere other is impacted throughout his whole life. And this haunting picture created a great stress in his mind. It also reflected in some other works too. Thank you so much. If you want to get the full meaning, always go and read the whole text. It would give the immense pleasure to our heart and mind. Thank you so much.